y'all, what's up? You already know it. It's your girl Shay Star checking in right now for FreshCourt. Also, shout out to our friends over there at rollingout.com. Today, we have a very, very special episode for FreshCourt Rolling Out as we have the one and only multi-platinum award-winning producer Zaytoven checking in. What's up, Zay?
What up? What up? Feeling good.
Hey, man, it's just awesome to have you on the line. We know you are a very, very, very busy person. You're probably out trying to figure out how to make $1 billion before 2021.
You already know it. You know it.
Absolutely. So, we've noticed with the pandemic and everything, a lot of people are home more now. So a lot of people are now online looking for information. And especially these artists are trying to figure out how to get into the industry with people who are really substantial. And we've noticed that our audience has gotten a little bit smaller too over here at Rolling Out. And we wanted, to kind of introduce you to people who may not really know exactly who Zaytoven is. So who is Zaytoven?
Zaytoven, I would say a producer that has created his own sound out of ATL by the way of San Francisco, California, which is known for is known as like the GodFather of Trap music, so to say. I didn't give myself that title. That's what the other people say. So, so if you're looking for Zaytoven, that's probably, that's how you're going to find it.
And it's funny that you said that because you're absolutely right. When people hear Zaytoven, they automatically think Gucci Mane, Young Ralph, like going all the way back to the real trap guys. But one thing that a lot of people don't really know about you is that you are very, very musically inclined. And we all know that church and, God is very, very important to your life. You talk about that all the time. And if they watch the old movies, even the one where you were playing the keyboard player at the church, it's just really, really cool to know that there's a whole other dimension to you when it comes to this music. Working with artists like Johnny Blaze, Tiffany Blue, we've had the opportunity to actually see that other side of Zaytoven. So is it disheartening to you that people don't really know that you have that whole other aspect to you when it comes to the music?
At first I felt like, man, I'm in a box with this, trap music, because people think this is all I can do. This is the only type of music I can make. But the further I got in the game, the more I realized this is like my place in the game. This is my stamp in the game. So it don't matter if I'm working with, like I did a whole album with Usher. It don't matter who I'm working with. I still add that Zaytoven trap element, and that's what makes people want to come to work with Zaytoven.
Which was an amazing album, by the way. I still listen to that every day. Say what you want, and you decide. That's my favorite song on the album.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. So again, it's dope to see that, because I'm not really a trap girl. I'm an R&B chick. So
R&B,
it's really, really dope when I'm able to connect with producers on a whole another side of the industry. And I just love your humility. And I can see how when you're around people, your influence is very, very heavy. You seem to have a very, very clear head, and you're very, very focused on what it is that you want to do, and it's executed, and it's also, seen through your work. Of course, we have to kind of touch on this a little bit because everybody wants to know the Jeezy Gucci battle. We all know you were very much involved and responsible for a lot of those first #1 hits from both camps. So what was that experience like for you to see the turmoil that they've gone through over the last 15, 20 years, to see that happen so monumentally on that Versus stage that night?
I will say the beef, started around the song So Icy back in the day. So to be there in the room with both of them guys, and for them to shake hands and end the whole beef with the same song, So Icy, was like, how it is when you first, like, as a producer, when you first hear your song on the radio or first hear your song in the club, it's a feeling that you can't describe. And that's what the Verses was for me. It's like, it's like I felt like we in 2005 all over again. And it just made me, I was lost for words. Like, I can't believe this, like, this is happening. So.
And to be right there witnessing
be
it,
right there in the middle. So yeah, that was big.
Like, wait a minute, is it gonna come to blows or what? What's going on here? So I'm pretty sure it was very monumental for you to
Yeah.
be part of that, and also to have seen where it's come from. In the
Yeah.
beginning of that, was it hard? I would let you figure it out.
I'm sorry, I ain't even watch. Okay, there we go.
Nah, you good. Yeah, they can edit out. It's cool. I'll start over. So in the beginning of this, like when it was going down, the beef, was it hard for you to kind of support both sides without it being weird?
I definitely wasn't uh trying to, you know, trying to support both sides at the time because Gucci Man was my guy. This is who
That
come
was
to
your
my mama's
guy.
house. Yeah, it's like this is who come to my
Hmm.
house and record every day. This is my artist. You know what I mean? I'm his producer. We go to the club and perform our songs together. So it was clear cut, like, oh, I'm rolling with Gucci, whatever it is that he trying to do, whatever he want to do.
X.
You know what I mean? Now, Jeezy was cool and we was cool. We had our own little relationship, you know, as far as music wise. But if it came down to it, I'm definitely just rolling with Gucci
You're riding
because
with Gucci all
I
day.
had to. You know what I mean? That's just how they go. So
Yeah. Yeah, that loyalty is everything. And like I said, we probably wouldn't even know who Gucci Man was if it wasn't for Zaytoven. And how crazy is that to see somebody that you believed in so long ago turn into what he has
a
turned into
mega
today?
star. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
And you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's crazy because a lot of artists, when they come to Atlanta, it's like you cannot have that conversation about having a dope record without talking about Zaytoven. So I can't count how many times an artist has come across my desk at the station, produced by, that's the first thing they write in the tagline. It's produced by Zaytoven. Like, so it's almost like they feel like if we say it's produced by Zaytoven, it's going to get us in the door.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
needless to say, you've made a lot of people sound probably a lot better than what they would have. Because when
Yeah.
you get on that Zaytoven beat, you got to have a certain type of energy when you get on there, you know?
Nah,
So
you're
how does
right.
that feel, you know, to know that people come here with that expectation that if I get Zaytoven on the track, it's going to be an automatic hit?
I feel like I'm definitely that guy, that medium, that stepping stool that can get you to the next level. So, you know, I embrace that. I embrace that position of being that guy. Cause like an artist, sometimes they come out like, man, I can't afford this big producer, but I can go to Zaytoven. I can scrape up something enough to go to Zaytoven. I always been the guy that I wanted to be approachable. I always wanted to be affordable. I always wanted to be that guy that's like, okay, I can go to him to help me get, you know, help me get to the next level. So, and that's what kept me relevant for so long is because if you think about all the artists that I produce for, all my bigger songs, they come from artists that you never heard of before. You know, like Dolph first song or Gucci Man first song or OJ the Juice Man first song or Migos first hit. You know, all this stuff comes from me working with somebody that, you know, they can't get in touch with the biggest producer in the world or whatever, but they can come to Zaytoven. And I, you know, and that's why I enjoy being that guy. And, you know, it kept me relevant to the streets. So now bigger artists like a Usher or a Future or, you know, they'll come to me and say, I need to do some Zaytoven. So, you know, I love
Absolutely.
my position. Yeah.
I think I'm pushing 2 records right now from 2 independent artists produced by you. So if you see a bunch of tags between you and I, that's exactly why.
That's what's up.
Yeah, shout out to Booney the Kid and that goddamn dirt for sure.
Yeah.
So as a producer, you've been in this business for quite some time. You've seen it evolve from, you know, before the internet era to where we are now. From your standpoint, where do you feel as though the music industry is going as right now from where it was 10 years ago?
I feel like I know from a production side, I know the game has been opened up to a lot more people that's probably not even musically inclined. It's just, you know, everything is so robotic and so computer based now that, you know, the floodgates is open where everybody in the world feel like they can be an artist. Everybody in the world feel like they can be a producer just because they know how to work a computer or, you know. So I think the game, honestly, I feel like the game, you know, it can get watered down because of so much access. You know what I mean? Now you can make your own videos, you can make your own beats, you can record your own music, you know, and not even really be, you know, musically inclined. But at the
Talented.
same time, not talented. But at the same time, it opens up the door for, you know, new creatives, you know, different creativity. You know, you start getting artists that you probably would have never got. They probably don't have the greatest talent, but they have something else that's unique that the world can fall in love with. So
it's like a catch-22, right? You
it's a
kind of just gotta,
catch-22. Yeah,
which
it's like,
side, are you gonna embrace, So
yeah.
have you embraced this whole Clubhouse thing yet? Because that seems like to be the thing right now. That's the new app that everybody is going crazy over.
I was just on it yesterday. I was on it before when it was talking about I think it was Gucci Man book, and they asked me to come on. I haven't just been on it, a lot because I don't really have the time or
Zay
mental.
ain't got time to sit and talk to y'all folks
I
all
can't
damn
sit
day.
there, I
Just
can't
say
do it. It's like I don't be having the time to sit and do that. But I see it's a good social and a networking app that's that everybody's going crazy for.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Well, real quick before we get out of here, our founders of FreshCourt are from Chicago. So we definitely wanted to ask you about some work that you did with Ty Money.
Mm-hmm.
What was that experience like in working with Ty, and what are you guys doing with that project moving forward?
So me and Ty Money did a full project. And when I say the guy is so dope, like, I work with a million people. I work with a whole lot of people. Very seldom do I go in the studio and get impressed. Like, oh no, he the truth. You know what I mean? And that's what Ty done to me. It's like, I didn't never know his music before. I didn't really know of him like that. But him rapping over the beats that I gave him, I was like, oh, that's you? Oh, you know what I mean? So I'm impressed to the point where I'm excited about the project that we're gonna put out. A lot
That's
of people
dope.
pay me to do projects. They pay me to come get some beats and like, okay, that sounds pretty good. He, like the project I did with him, I'm riding around listening to it every day. You know what I mean? So
Well, look, I need some of them Time Money tracks. Then. So
yeah,
look,
that's going. Yeah, that's dope.
I'm gonna get with my folks and tell what is your favorite song on that album?
It is no. See, I'm a guy. The reason why I do projects with an artist, the reason why I do a Beast Mode or a Usher 8 is because there's no favorite song to me. It's like the whole album is a song. It's like a certain feel or vibe where it's like all this stuff sounds just as good as the next song to me.
I like that. I like that. What's the first one to come off the top of your head?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super catchy. Yeah, it's one called Yeah. That's like.
So I'm gonna go listen
Infinite.
to Yeah, and it's gonna be on Shade 45 this coming week on my new show under the Shay Star radar, because that's the one you said you want to hear.
That's hard. That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure. Well, look, Zaytoven, we know you are very busy. And again, we thank you so much for your time. This has been a long time coming. And I'm super glad that we had the opportunity to do this today. FreshCourt and checking in, of course, rolling out. We super appreciate you. If anybody wants to connect with you or just keep up what you got going on, if they want to, book a session, how can they do that?
Instagram is probably the best bet right now. DM me on Instagram. I get a lot of DMs, but that's probably the best way to get with me right now.
All right, y'all. You heard it right here live. He said maybe you might get a response. Zaytoven is gonna leave your ass on red. You better know for sure. Now, Zay, this has been a pleasure, and I'm quite sure I will bump into you sooner or later. And it's all love from over here. Anything you got going on, you have our full support, and we definitely are here to make sure that you continue to stay up top for sure.
So thank you.
No, all love, baby. Be safe out there.
All right.